Hey guys, wanted to do a quick little tutorial on how to change out and test your tweeters on your M-Audio BX8 D2 studio monitors. I bought these used off of Craigslist for 150 bucks. They normally go for 500 new, but both of my tweeters are bad. Actually, one's completely out and one's scratchy, so I ordered a pair. Now the problem is, whenever you contact M-Audio, they tell you, well, we don't have any for the D2, we have them for the Carbon. Well, through a lot of research on the internet, I came up with the part number originally for the D2, and it does transfer to the Carbon, but M-Audio evidently switched hands, and they're saying they do not have any information on the D2, that they can't guarantee that that part will fit, and they will sell it to you as is, no returns. And so anyway, if you look up the difference between the BX8 D2 and BX8 Carbon, all it is this faceplate here is a silver carbon looking color, and I believe that's where they come up with that name. And it has just a little bit of a bevel right here on the Carbon, but I believe it's the same. And so anyway, now what I have here, I have two separate tweeters, one from the D2, one from the Carbon, and they certainly look identical to me. And to be honest with you, you know, I don't know the specs. They won't give you any specs. There's nothing on them, no writing. But I mean, it sure does look the same. So now that being said, you know, I'm just going to do this initial little repair, and then I will, you know, get my monitors installed. I'm waiting on XLR cables, so I can't test them yet. So, but anyway, let's get started. Now I bought these used, like I said, and the previous owner had took this front grill off, and there is some mounting pegs that's just a press fit. And he busted most of them. And so what you want to do, you just want to gently pull this, start it loose at the bottom, and then just maybe use a screwdriver. Be careful not to gouge anything, and just work your way around. And, you know, just very gently, you know, try not to break them pegs in there. And now, to save time, I've went ahead and, you know, you're only going to get about that much room. And one thing I do want to recommend, I recommend it in all my videos, I have one of these anti-fatigue mats from Harbor Freight. Get 4 of them for, I don't know, like 10 bucks on sale, something real cheap. But it works real good as a turntable. And, you know, it's foam so it doesn't tear your stuff up, but it just makes it easy to work on things. So anyway, so you get about that much room, and then you just reach in there and pull the wires off. And now they're 2 different sizes, so you cannot get them mixed up. So now here's what I'm talking about, these mounting pegs. Most of these are broke from the previous owner. Now I already repaired my other speaker, and on these it's not working, but that piece is broke off in there, and I just took a drywall screw and I just screwed that in by hand. Well, there, and pulled out that broken peg. But now keep track of where you pull that out from, and it should be able to be glued right back on. And I was going to try super glue, crazy glue, but someone told me they thought it would make it brittle. And so other than that, I know there's a product called plastic weld, or just, you know, whatever you want to try to get, but now you can't put it on the outside or else it will not fit back into that hole. And so you just have to, you know, align your brake, you know, it should be a clean brake, and then just glue it back on. So anyway, let's move this aside for a minute. Now, as I had mentioned, one of my tweeters was completely blown, and the other was just scratchy. So what we have going on here This is the one that was just scratchy. Now, I'm not an electronics guy. I don't know the proper testing methods and all that stuff, but I know a speaker is supposed to have continuity. And if it doesn't, the voice coil is burnt up or something's wrong with it. So now this one, I doubt that you guys can hear that, but I have my voltmeter set to continuity and it makes a sound. And so there's my sound. So there, I'm getting continuity. So that I would call good normally, but I do hear scratchiness in it. So that, you know, I'm going to go ahead and replace it. I'm just going to replace them both at the same time. So anyway, now here is my other tweeter. And there's no continuity on that. And this is the one that was dead. Now, what I would recommend, before you go ordering these tweeters, they're $28 a piece and $10 shipping. I would pull them out, and you can just pull the grill out and swap the whole grill, and make sure then that it is your tweeter that's bad, and your new tweeter should work. You know, when you swap it around, it should work. So anyway, this one has no continuity. These do. So, I'll give you a little information, and if you call them audio, and now, like I said, I called them 3 different times. 2 times I got this part number. I told them I had the BX8 D2. They gave me this part number. When I called back to order, the guy says, oh, that won't fit. It's for the Carbon. So anyway, I said, well, I got the number from you guys. Anyway, here's the part number. TW25016-R. And just call M Audio and tell them what you have, and you're looking for that part number. And if they give you any static, just say, hey, you know, I'll buy it as is, and you know, but just be aware, you know, if something's up, then, you know, we don't know. But now, before you go taking my word for it, I'm gonna go ahead and get these fired up. I'm waiting on my XLR cables, and but like I said, you know, it sure looks like the same tweeter to me. So I will update this with a follow-up video to make sure that, you know, there's no performance issues or anything like that. So anyway, thanks for watching.